What's up, everybody? Happy Thursday. Hope all you're having a great day so far today. Getting into this episode of GH. I thoroughly enjoyed that scene between Esme and Heather and Cyrus. Cyrus Renault is still on this whole redemption tour. Every time somebody come to prison, oh, I've changed, oh, I've seen the light, oh, I got the good word. And I'm like, sir, I still don't buy all of that, but okay. I don't believe Cyrus. I don't fully believe him. I don't know. I don't know. Something's still amiss with him. But I love when they bring him out though. He is hilarious whenever he pops up. But we're finally getting to the nitty gritty of Esme and Heather. Heather pretty much insinuated that whatever happened to Esme's adopted parents was no accident. But she won't tell her what happened though. Because apparently Heather is under the impression that the adopted parents were good people. But according to Esme, what Spencer told her, that the adopted parents were not that good. Like, they weren't loving. They weren't, they were unfeeling and they were cold. So I wonder, like, what was the accident? Did they have a car accident? What happened? Did Esme cause this accident? Because that's pretty much what Heather is insinuating. But she won't confirm, she won't confirm it. Like, somebody need to look into this. And I'm surprised nobody looked into it yet. Because they had people investigating Esme. I mean, you had PIs on it, and nobody looked into her adopted parents and found out what exactly happened. And because I guess on paper it did look like an accident, but I guess Heather know the real story, or so it seems, or maybe she's lying again. Who knows? But I'm interested in finding out what happened. Because Esme trying to call Spencer and find out what happened. I'm glad Spencer pretty much dismissed her because he was in a he needed to be there for Trina at this moment. He ain't got time for Esme and her nonsense. So I wonder what he know. You know what I mean? Like, what? My curiosity is piqued. So anyway, moving on from that, I feel like all couples go through their trials and tribulations. So I don't want Spencer to allow Portia to continue to get into his head, making him think that he's not good for Trina or whatever. At the end of the day, everybody's relationship goes through shit. You know what I'm saying? Did Portia ever stop to think that maybe Curtis isn't good for her? Or maybe she's not good for Curtis? Because look at the mess that they've been going through since she popped back up in town. Look at how they got together over 20 years ago, while she was married to Taggart, sleeping around with him while she was married. Did she ever stop to think, oh, maybe I'm not good for him? But you want to sit here and question your daughter's relationship and say that Spencer may not be good for her? Like, you need to sweep around your own front door before you try to sweep around theirs. You know what I mean? Worry about your business. Because maybe you're not good for your husband, and maybe your husband ain't good for you. Because look at all the dirt. He over here trying to kiss up on his ex-wife and trying to rekindle shit with her while he married to you. You over here lying about a paternity or don't know about a paternity for 20 damn years. Worry about that piece of business over there. I don't want Spencer to let her get into his head. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, everybody's relationship ain't perfect. Him and Trina go through things. You know what I'm saying? And if they're meant to be, then it will be. And even Trina's optimistic that things will get better between them and that the drama will subside and stuff like that. But I mean, it is Port Charles. That drama ain't going nowhere. But y'all gonna have some drama. You know what I mean? But I don't feel like Spencer is an evil person. He ain't the devil. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he's connected to people who do nefarious things, and yeah, he's known to be have underhanded tactics too, but that's just his nature. That doesn't make him a bad person. He just got fucked up tendencies, but you know what I mean? But he got good qualities too. He's not horrible. So anyway, I'm not surprised that Curtis can't feel his legs. I'm not shocked that he got paralysis, but the question is it temporary? Is it gonna be lengthy? Like, that's the big question on that. But I'm not surprised that he can't feel it, and I'm pretty sure he knows that his family ain't gonna be surprised because they pretty much thought that outcome was gonna happen too. But I didn't think that they were gonna kill Curtis off though. That never entered my mind. So anyway, moving on from that, Sonny is definitely not trusting of Austin, and Austin, he knows Sonny don't trust him. He could see it. He could sense it even with the questions Sonny was asking him and stuff like that. He knows Sonny don't trust his ass, nor should he. And judging by that little scene that he saw with that Gordon guy or whatever, Sonny really don't trust Austin. Because what type of doctor is dealing with this in a back alley? You know what I'm saying? Somebody threatening to break your arm in a back alley and you're a doctor? Why would somebody be threatening you in this manner? You know? Like, even Sonny was sitting there like, yeah, something ain't right with you. So now he's on Sonny's radar. I feel like Sonny already knows something. I think Sonny already knows something. Judging by the questions he was asking and the fact that he put two and two together that fast, when he asked Ava, you know, he asked Austin, was Austin responsible for Ava not wanting Pilar as their nanny anymore? That was very telling when he said that. That was very telling. Because why would he jump to that? That is Austin behind that, wanting a new nanny. Why would he think that? You know what I'm saying? That was very telling. So I'm starting to think Sonny may know more than what he's saying. You know what I'm saying? Because you know how Sonny is. When he tilts his head a little bit and he start doing like this, he knows something. That's when smart Sonny kick in. When he tilt that head a little bit, he knows something. Because them questions, they weren't out of left field questions. It was like you were spot on with it. You know what I'm saying? Because Austin was behind a new nanny, him and Mason. So how does Sonny know that, though? You can't just simply blurt that out. You know what I'm saying? It don't come natural unless you know. So Austin better watch his back because Sonny on that ass. Sonny is on his ass at this point. So he better be on guard. But knowing Sonny, when he kick in that smart gene, that's when he plays things close to the vest. He not going to tell nobody nothing. He going to spring it on your ass. So I enjoyed that little double date that they were having. Because he definitely put Austin on the hot seat. And I was here for it. So moving on from that. I'm glad Christina and Molly finally cleared the air about all of this, you know, surrogacy and all this anger that Molly has towards her. Because like I said before, even Christina felt like Molly's anger was over the top, you know, even for Molly. Like her anger, it was just out of left field. And I felt that way too. I'm like, it got to be something more. Because if you didn't want Christina to be the surrogate, why all this hostility? You know what I mean? Like she was angry on a whole different level. You know what I'm saying? Like she has some underlying hatred of the girl or something. And Sam, you know what? Sam was like, you know what? I got to call. I got to go. It's ice cream. It's mint chocolate chip up in there. And I got some vodka. Oh, dessert and vodka? I should have been invited. Shit. Mint chocolate chip. And the mint chocolate chip ice cream is so blazing. Oh my God. That shit is just out of this world. But yeah, I'm glad that they finally cleared the air, you know, and I got where Christina was coming from because she always felt like Molly was the sister that always had her life together, always had shit well put together. And she felt like Molly never needed her or needed Sam, you know, just never needed her, you know, as a big sister to help her with anything. She always had everything together. So she felt like this was the one opportunity she had where Molly didn't have everything together for once, for her to swoop in and try to give her what she wanted and try to help her. You know, so I get why now she's doing this. You know, it's kind of, you know, out there now about why this was important to her. And I get where Molly coming from, you know, because at the end of the day, her and TJ are dealing with a lot. The fertility stuff, Curtis. So I see why she lashed out. You know what I mean? But at the same time, even she admitted that it was over the top. Because it was. Her anger was very much over the top. It was ridiculous. But I'm glad that they hashed things out and, you know, they're just taking it one day at a time, you know, because Molly at this point has not made a decision about what she's going to do. Her and TJ haven't really discussed in detail what they want. So I'm glad that they were able to patch things up because it needed to. You know, they really need to patch that up. So anyway, moving on from that. Sasha. You know what? I feel so sorry for that girl. Like, they just be giving her the shit end of the stick every single time. She damn near gutted Cody ass. Thank God Maxie jumped in the middle, you know, jumped in between and stuff and had to bring her back to her senses and let her know, like, listen, that's Cody. That's not Cyrus. You need to snap out of it. And I'm glad that, you know, Maxie was there to talk Detective Bennett into, you know, putting her in a hospital because Sasha don't need to be in prison. She don't. And I'm pretty sure Cody's not going to press charges against her. She don't need prison. She need a facility. And they need to find out those drugs that she's taking. I hated that reporter lady, That was some snake ass shit. You know, that was Sasha at her lowest moments, one of her lowest moments. And this girl gonna sit here and pull a phone out and record that moment. I felt sick to my stomach. I hate when paparazzi, not paparazzi, but I hate when paparazzi do it. I hate when, you know, people in the media business, like reporters, I hate when they record somebody's lowest moment just for clicks on their website or for ratings on their show or something. I hate when they do that because that's somebody's lowest moment that you're exploiting for your own gain. And I did not like that reporter lady was doing that. Like, that was fucked up. You know, you could at least put the phone down and not record this. You know what I'm saying? It's like, don't do that to her. Especially when the lady know her history. Because she was even speaking up to the detective too. Telling him about her mental breaks and stuff because of her husband and her child. Because of the losses and stuff. So if you know these things about her, why would you try to exploit that by recording it? That's like some snake ass shit. Don't get me wrong. That girl ain't got no loyalty to Sasha. She don't. But it's called being human. It's called, you know, just being a decent human being. You know what I'm saying? Like, people like her and Gladys, I'm telling you, it's gonna come back on them tenfold when you do people like this. You know, when you do people dirty like this, it's gonna come back on you. It's like a boomerang. That shit, it comes right back. And that's what's gonna happen to them. Because Gladys, she gonna get hers. Gladys is gonna get hers in a worse way. I'm telling you, because Gladys is a snake. Worse than a snake. You know what I mean? Like, that is so foul, having her take them pills and knowing what they do to her mental. You know what I'm saying? And look what happened. This man, even if she don't like Cody, you got this man stabbed all because you playing with her over some money. Over some money. Like, go your old ass and go get a job. You still young enough to work and go make a living. You ain't disabled. You just want that quick money and you willing to scam anybody and fleece anybody. And look what it did. Now this girl, you know what I mean, got to sit up in the hospital. And I felt bad too when Cody and Sam looked at her being handcuffed to the chair, you know, wheeled in and stuff. I felt bad. I said, damn. And Cody still want to be there for her, you know, because he knows she wasn't in her right mind. He know that because she wouldn't have stabbed him. You know, if she was in her right mind. That damn Gladys. I hope Sam take this case. I hope Sam continues to look into Gladys and she find out what's in those pills. And I hope Maxie kept those pills too, so hopefully they could test them because they do got contacts, you know, in the hospital that could easily get those shits tested. Get them tested and find out what they really are and see what that doctor is up to. Because Sasha needs some help. Bad. And another thing too I want to get back to is when Esme told Heather that her child, that Ace ain't never gonna know about his bloodline or whatever. How you gonna keep that child from knowing who the grandparents are, knowing who certain members of his family are? How you gonna keep him from finding out? Like, you got some years probably before he find out, but as he get older, he gonna find out. Hello, he gonna be going to school. People gonna talk. You know how kids do. Every child out here nowadays got access to the internet because of these tablets and everything else they got. So I mean, you can't keep Heather and Ryan's, you know, identity a secret from him and his connection from him. You can't do it. Not for long. You're not gonna be able to. You gotta, like I said, she got a few more years before he has to face that. But it's gonna be a few. Them years gonna fly by like that, and before you know it, he gonna know. So you can only keep it from him for so long. But anyway, that's the whole episode. Hit the comment section. Let me know what you all thought, and I will see you all later. Peace.